Man City's John Stones has proved why Jurgen Klopp's dig at him was wrong. If Manchester City defender John Stones is earning special treatment from Gareth Southgate. As intimated by Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp, his career resurrection over the past 12 months has earned it. It was easy to empathize with Jurgen Klopp's fiery press conference display on Friday. We've all had days like that when it feels like everything is somebody else's fault. The Premier League and its chief executive Richard Masters. The England under-21s and the senior boss Gareth Southgate were all in Klopp's crosshairs at one time or another. Manchester City centre-back John Stones could also count himself as collateral amid Klopp's withering take on Southgate's use. Or not, in this case, of Liverpool defender Joe Gomez. I know that Gareth from time to time reacts where if you are not playing regularly for your club then you're not playing for the national team, he said. With Gomez having been omitted from the England squad after failing to pin down a regular starting spot for Liverpool this season. At this point, we should remember James Milner was preferred to Gomez at right back for Liverpool's. Game against City immediately preceding the international break, a decision that Phil Foden but pretty much nobody on Merseyside enjoyed. Obviously there's a special rule for Mr. Stones but Joe didn't get a call-up, Klopp continued, witheringly. Stuff like this would have helped him to have some games. I think he is an exceptional centre-half. Stones is yet to play a senior minute for City this season due to a combination of a late return from Euro 2020. Niggling injuries and Aymeric Laporte's excellent form. So, perhaps Klopp had a point but arguing a player you've decided isn't worthy of game time should be selected for his country to stretch his legs isn't really an ironclad argument. When he complained about Curtis Jones being picked for England U21s against Andorra, only to sustain an injury, it was getting quite hard to keep up. It will not have been Klopp's main intention as he stirringly fought Liverpool's corner on a number of fronts. But it was an unfairly dismissive way to talk about Stones. This time 12 months ago, his future prospects at City looked bleak and he had spent a year in the international wilderness. He has since been a standout for club and country and secured a bumper new contract at the Etihad Stadium. Stones perhaps suffers in the public perception because of the formidable men he plays alongside. Ruben Dias for City and Harry Maguire for England are all those big, montage-worthy centre-back things we love to see. The last-ditch blocks, the big headers. All the good stuff. But Dias and Maguire will both know that the picture of imperious quality that flanked each of them for much of the past year was utterly invaluable. Of the 31 games Stones started last season, City won 26 for a fairly absurd win percentage of 83.9. His 22 Premier League starts ended in victories on 18 occasions. Guardiola rotated Stones when the fixture list allowed, wary of the injuries that had plagued the former Everton man in seasons previous. In the 30 games across all competitions where the 27-year-old did not start, City's win rate dropped to 70%. Southgate could not allow himself that luxury. Stones was the only defender to be ever present throughout England's run to the Euro 2020 final. Where they did not concede until the semi-final and never from open play. Maguire ended up in the team of the tournament and Dias was named FWA Footballer of the Year. But Stones' contributions for club and country were immense. Five of his City teammates were named on the Ballon d'Or shortlist and it is almost impossible to argue all were more worthy than Stones after he was central to winning a third Premier League in 4 seasons and within a couple of penalty kicks of the Three Lions completing a historic triumph. Stones has improbably turned his career around and should be recognised as the premier defender in the best England team for a generation. If there is a special rule for him, Jurgen, he's more than earned it.